Good morning. This is the start of my next vlog. I'm just recording it so I have a starting thing. Bye. Hello, here is a Monday update, much farther along than when I was dying in the morning. And I was like, I gotta start this. I must talk like I am dying. Yes, anyways. So I've been reading comic books today. Kind of just been in the mood, I guess. So the first thing I did is I did a reread of the comic book World War Kaiju, book one. I think it's only ever going to be one book because they kind of hint at another book, but it's been quite a long time since this volume got released. But this is really fun. So this is basically, the idea is that instead of inventing the nuclear bomb, they invented a way to create kaiju. So basically there's these crystals, you irradiate the crystals, and you're able to birth a kaiju. So Hiroshima, they like drop a kaiju on Japan, and much like, because like it's one of those things that's like a one-to-one, because obviously the original Godzilla film was in response to the nuclear devastation of Hiroshima and Nagasaki. So just taking that metaphor and making it a literal story about what if giant kaiju were part of the arms race of the 50s and the Cold War era and all that stuff. And it's really fun. The artwork, it kind of changes and shifts. There's all kinds of really cool, really silly looking monsters that I love. It has a really cool style. You can tell, so there are two characters. So these two characters are clearly based off of Akira Takarada from a lot of Godzilla films, and Nick Adams from other Godzilla films as well, and also Frankenstein Conquers the World. So they were both in a lot of kaiju movies, and it's kind of cool that they designed two characters to very directly look like the characters in that. There's a lot of really cool, silly elements here too, like how they introduce Mothra and how they introduce all of these very familiar kaiju through a more comedic lens. But it also has a lot of U.S. history in it woven in, because there's a lot of stuff when I read this the first time that I didn't get. Like there's a whole bunch of stuff about the Dulles brothers, because he's literally talking about Alan Dulles there, and those were two people who were basically in charge of large swaths of international dealings in this era, and they were very bad people and did some horrible stuff. So it's kind of interesting to see coming back to this after I learn a little bit more about American history, and there's like some kind of deeper stuff in there. And yeah, no, this is just like a really fun idea and a really fun concept, and like it ends with like a big detailed like kind of like report on like the various types of kaiju, and like they really kind of built a interesting world with this comic. And so this is the only Kongian thing. There's a creature called Astro Kong, and this is the only appearance that you get of him. But I would imagine you probably would get more Kong stuff in a further volume if they ever do a book two. But yeah, this is just a really cool idea, and it has a lot of detailed information in that. It's kind of like almost novella-ish because there is so much dialogue, but there's also some really awesome artwork. Like this one is like imagining, so there's an amazing thing where like the aliens come to Earth and they're basically like con artists trying to like advertise to Earth, and the freaking Earth just says let's just kill them. So their Rodan basically destroys the spaceship, and then that's where Roswell comes from. And it's just kind of like a fun things like that I really liked. And then I also read Aliens Apocalypse, The Destroying Angels. So there's 4 comics there. I've read all 4 of them. This is one that I've been meaning to read for a while. And wow, it is definitely one of the best Alien comics ever put to paper, for none other than the artwork is very strong in this. This has a lot in common with Prometheus, but it's actually better thought out than Prometheus in a lot of ways, and it retains the core stylings of H.R. Geiger's work. Because there's a lot of Giger-esque touches on the designs. So, like, as you can see here, like, that's a very Giger-inspired outfit and design. And it's basically like this independent research foundation has found another derelict similar to the one that was found in the first Alien movie. And when they get there, they are trying to rescue a team of researchers to get the information that they've been garnering. And you discover that they have actually left that area, and they have like left a transponder. So they track down where these people ended up going to so they can rescue them and take them away. And it turns out, like, through doing research on the derelict ship, they found one of the home bases of the Giants. They don't even call them the engineers in this. They call them the Giants. And it's really kind of like interesting. There's a lot of mad scientist stuff in here. The art, again, the art is just beautiful. It's kind of weird in a lot of ways. And it's just really cool. So I really had a good time with this Aliens Apocalypse Destroying Angels. I did also start the audiobook for Kill Riff, which is a David J. Shao book. And aside from like a little bit of casual homophobia, which, I mean, it was written in the 80s, I'm not that surprised. And it's nothing been too bad. It's just been kind of like, casual, which is still bad, but, it's less pointedly hateful. It's just more of a sign of the times, but it's an interesting story so far. I'm really not too far into it, though, so we will see if my opinion changes. And then I'm probably going to start some type of physical book. I really don't know. I really don't know if I want to read any of these books other than Shadows. So maybe I'll start Shadows, or maybe I'll start something weird like, I don't know, the Nazi werewolf book. I don't know. Anyways, I will let you know if I start anything else tonight, and I will talk to you guys tomorrow if I don't. Okay, guys. Bye. Hello, it is Tuesday. And so far, all I have done is refill my book cart, because for my Patreon, I made a May, June, and July TBR, and these are all the books that are going to be included in there. So I'm excited to get to those. But yeah, other than that, I have not been doing much. I watched a little bit of YouTube, and I did start a book last night. But this happens every single time I start a book late at night. When I wake up the next morning, I don't feel like reading it anymore. And it's not even that they're bad. They can be genuinely good books. But this has happened, like, this month. This has probably happened, like, 3 or 4 times. Where I'm like, oh, I'm going to start reading this book before bed. And then when I wake up the next morning, I'm like, no, I don't want to read this anymore. And it's not even that. It's like not even a true DNF, because it's not like I don't want to read it. It's just like I don't want to read it right now. So that's what happened last night. I started to read Guy and Smith's Snakes, and I did enjoy that. Also, I think I might be Animal Attacked out for a little bit, so I want to wait a little bit before I do any more Animal Attack books anyways. So this is what I have left for what I want to get read for Old School April. This is what remains of my TBR. It's halfway through the month. It's going to be pretty easy to get to all of this. And if I do, I might start, I might just start reading whatevs. I don't know. I don't have any plans once I finish all these, but that these are what I feel like I need to get finished for the rest of the month. I'm probably going to go for a walk, listen to more of Kill Riff by David J. Shao, and just kind of relax because it's a nice day outside. And then when I get back, I might start something physically. What it will be, I do not know. Talk to you then. This is for points. I will not enjoy this. The things I do for the Blue Barracudas. I did do sprints with Kat tonight, and I also finished a Bunnicula book. It was so fun. It was so sweet. I've never read any Bunnicula book. This is number 6, I believe, in the series, so there's like a little bit of like character stuff that obviously I wouldn't know, because I hadn't read the other books, but it was easy enough to understand everything, and they explained it all very well. The illustrations are super cute. It's very sweet, and the ending is actually genuinely heartwarming. So, my cold, cynical, dead heart enjoyed this. Good old Binocular. A kitty who is obsessed with watching Kitty. Oh no, not the coffee. He almost knocked over the coffee. Hello. So, yes, this is Wednesday. It's been snowing all day. I've been kind of feeling like crap, so there hasn't been a lot of updates yet today. It is near the end of the day. I did just finish Kill Riff by David J. Shao. No, that was not a good book. It was not. That book is kind of like it felt like a lot like Road Work by Stephen King, where it's like very old man yells at cloud, and it's just like somebody who's young being like, and this is like, what's wrong with the music business today? And rock and roll isn't what it used to be. And it's like, okay. And it's like very 80s because there's a lot of like casual homophobia. It's like very sexist. It's like a lot of just ridiculous characters and caricatures. David J. Shao really seems to be very obsessed with like telling you about gun stuff, and you know me, I can't care at all. Like as soon as he's talking about, and this guy invented this bullet, and this bullet does magic stuff, and I was like, guys, I don't care. Have it go pew pew pew, and have a guy go pew pew pew. I'm like, okay. Now that being said, there are some cool, fun, silly kill scenes, especially during the early part of the book, because like the basic plot is like that there's this guy who his daughter dies during a concert, so he takes revenge against all the members of the band, even though it was kind of like not involving them at all. You find out as the book goes that there's more to the guy and also less than you thought. It's very interesting. There's like twists, and the twists are like very much like, I don't think that was the twist at the start of this book. I think you kind of just went, and this is how it ends. So it did not seem like that was realistic. But when he's doing the first three characters from this band, he's like, the way he sneaks into the bands and like takes them out is kind of fun. There's like a claymore and like an amp and like stuff like that is kind of like interesting and kind of exciting. And then it kind of just goes off the rails a little bit and goes into some very disturbing territory. So like, I guess it was disturbing, but it didn't feel like it was good disturbing. It's like, it was very much one of those books that's like about like a white man in the 80s who is unhappy with being able to live the dreams that our generation will never be able to live, which is like the idea of being able to have like a comfortable, happy home because you have just a pretty decent job and you can get like the house and the car and the wife and the maritable bliss. And it's like, oh no, it's not what I was hoping for. And it's like not any like empathy towards anyone else who is not like them. And it's just like, I can't believe that I got everything I wanted and it's sad now. And I was like, it's very hard for me to care at all when an old dude is like, this is complaining about that. And like, that is literally what the book, huge swaths of the book is that. But by like the twist kind of puts that on its head, but like not really, because you still said all, because it's like, well, then what was all the point of everything else leading up to this twist? You're like, why did you make these decisions? I don't understand. At least when it was like old man yells at cloud, it was like kind of funny to like kind of like read a story like that where you're kind of like, yeah, oh wow, you have such a hard life. I'm so sorry. And like I compare this to Death Dream, which has a similar thing where like a character who is like at the top of the world has something that happens to them, has like a series of tragedies that happen to them, and also becomes like disabled. And there's like this really good writing about what it's like to be a disabled person in America. And there's a lot of like other characters who are disabled around, and like there's like some actual depth to the characterization in that. Now that book gets kind of ridiculous when all the magical stuff happens in it, but the core of it, there is some like real emotions to it and some real depth you can get with the characters. And where this one, it's like everyone's kind of empty. Like it's like about how empty the music industry is, while also being completely empty as a book in general. Like, because there's nothing really to get gained from anything in the book. It's very much like when it's just doing silly murder stuff, it's not half bad, but like everything else is like, no, I don't. No, thank you. Chet Williamson makes the whole thing listenable because he's like a really good audiobook narrator. So like that, if you're gonna experience the book, I would definitely recommend listening to the audio because there's no way I would have been able to get through it if not been Chet Williamson doing a great job with a terrible book. So like full props to Chet Williamson for making this listenable and for me to get to the end. And there were definitely some fun, interesting elements to it. It's just kind of a mess in general and is a lot not as cool as it thinks it is, and is all of the things that are indicative about the 80s in a lot of ways, in the bad ways. So that is that. I think I'm going to watch a VHS tonight and then maybe read a little bit more of the Mooseman. No, of X-Men, because I started this yesterday on Sprints. Is X-Men the Xavier Files. It's super short, so I might read some of that after I do some other things, like watch the movie Offerings on VHS. Beep, 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 beep. But before I get to that, I want to show some cool purchases that I did today. So I went to the thrift store and I found this really cool old school Wolverine comic book thing to hang out on my wall. It's like one of these like on this canvas thing, and it was only like $3, and I was like, heck yeah, it looks awesome. I think it looks really cool. So I'm glad, because most of the things that I had on my wall have all broken. So it's only this and the kitty. There's like a picture of a kitty over there. And those are the only things that have remained on my wall. But I did get some mail and some books. So I traded in some comic books at my local used bookstore. Oh no, I'm firing things. And I got some old vintage like TTRPG tabletop role-playing game magazines. And I've been kind of slowly collecting these. But what I do is I trade some books in, and then I buy I use the trade-in credit to get some of these particular magazines, because I think that someone like gave every single issue of this magazine to this used bookstore, and I've been slowly buying them as I trade some stuff in. So that was cool. And then I got a day early. I wasn't expecting to get this until tomorrow. There was a Vinegar Syndrome thing going on a few weeks ago, where there was all of these things that were about to go out of print. So they were it was only like $13 per Blu-ray. So I was like, oh, I'm going to grab a few of these. So I bought Devil Rider. I've never heard of any of these, by the way, like legitimately any of them. It looks kind of like a slashery movie, but it's like Old West dude. Video Murders, which I think I might have heard about this one, but it looks like one of those weird straight to VHS movies. American Scream. Don't know anything about this one either. And last but certainly not least, this dude with a really silly mullet, The Game of Survival. And you might be like, why'd I buy this? Because look at this. There's a monster on there. I don't know anything about this, but there's a monster. So if there's one monster, I'm there. I'm there. I'm there. I'm there. So now it's time to watch Offerings, which is supposed to be just like a shot-for-shot ripoff of the movie Halloween. And you know me, I love the movie Halloween, so looking forward to this. What about you, Moose? You looking forward to that? She's like, no. She's like, So I will update you as we go through this. Oh my god, for breakfast? She's eating Pop-Tarts. There's Pop-Tarts on that dish. I guess this is our Lori. So far the Michael Myers just fell down a well, and then he escaped this asylum after eating its mom. It's great. It's great. Our sheriff is feeding ducks while the Loomis of the movie shows up. Just feeding goose. There's a psychopath on the list. He just feeding geese. He don't care. He's got a guy tied up. He's putting papers under him before he kills him. He doesn't want to make a mess.
Somebody let me out! Somebody help me! Someone fucking help me! Help me go!
Oh my god, he's really giving up the works. This is so prolonged. Oh my god, he's a chainsaw. He's taunting him and he's like, oh, this is a chainsaw, so it works. I love that it doesn't start instantly, too. Wait, what about the chainsaw? Wait, does the chainsaw not work? Wait, so why does he get a drill? Wait, he just had a chainsaw. Why he's so, wait, no, he's dead. Oh, why did he change weapons? Wait, he didn't use that either? What? Oh my god, nothing's what is happening? This is the greatest scene in movie history. What is happening?
You're not gonna kill me now, huh? Please, God.
They literally have the Halloween theme playing. Alright, well that one's not gonna break. Oh! Oh, wait, what? Oh, he got viced. Actually, that's pretty good. Oh, I split head. That was amazing. Definitely not the Halloween theme, guys. It's just a few chords off of the Halloween theme, so it's completely original. Original theme, don't steal. This movie is excellent, by the way. I love it. That was really fun and cheesy. There were a few slow bits, but overall, that was a good purchase. I literally bought this one on eBay, and I really liked it. And also, it's weird that Michael Jackson was apparently the assistant cameraman. Excuse me? Definitely not the same one, but anyways, this was it constantly kind of surprised me with some of its gags. The kills were pretty good, and other than a few slow bits in the middle, it was kind of going the whole time, and I had a good time with this. So, I mean, if you're ever looking around and you find a VHS of Offerings, I'd say go for it. It's a fun little underrated slasher gem. The cats are mystified by a VHS player. They're like, what is a VCR? We've never encountered one of these before. What are these? What is this infernal device? I bet you, they're like, not a lot of cats have experienced VCRs anymore. It's something this generation of cats don't get to do, so, I'm educating them. These two will probably never see a VCR again. As soon as they leave here, they're probably not going to see any more VCRs. I'm educating these cats. Blueberry, this is your past ancestors were on VHS. So, there you go. The only thing that was sad about this is there was no trailers for other movies before this, because I really wanted a bunch of, shot on video trailers, but I did not get those. But anyways, other than that, ooh, it was great. Apparently all the boy cats are hanging out in the tub tonight. Well, it's not night, it's the daytime. Whatevs. It's very early. I mean, it's like 10, so it's not that very early. I've been lying to you. I think I've just told you 3 lies in the row. It is a Thursday morning, and the cats are hanging out here. It's going to be a pretty relaxing day, I think. And if I was evil, I would turn on the shower, but I'm not evil, so I would never do that to my cats. So, although they've been ripping a lining, guys, why did you do that? All right, I guess I'll deal with that. But anyways, Here's some cats in a tub. Come on, let's go. Go, do it. No. I keep trying to catch her. This is the second time I've tried to record this clip. She keeps using the wheel, and no one uses the wheel except for Loomis. So it's like she's using the wheel, which is so cool. She's the only other cat in the house who has been using the wheel. I'll catch her on this one of these days, but yeah, she's using the wheel. That's so cute. He's so cute. I gotta take a picture so I can show her owner. But yeah, she likes the wheel. I got her for like 5 seconds. You can see she uses it. Hello, little girl. I'm gonna give you a nice little... Oh, thank you for showing me your tummy. Give us Nami some pillow rubs. Everyone says you can't rub a cat's belly, but I always like to prove them wrong. Oh, no. Stay away, Blueberry. Did you see that? Look at she brought her claws out as soon as Blueberry went by. The claws get unsheathed, and she's just like, stay away from me, bitch. So now I am going to be doing some reading and also saying, no, Blueberry, stay here. You can stay on my lap. I'm going to finish this X-Men little kids book, and then I don't know what I'm starting next because this is the last book I have on the go. Like, I don't even have like an audiobook on the go right now. And once I finish this, I'll be completely out of books that I'm reading currently. And I don't know how much I feel like reading any of the other things in the pile right now. So we'll see. We will see where this goes. But yes, this is what I'm starting out with. So I will update you when it's done. Hello. So I did just finish X-Men the Xavier Files, which was just this little kid's book, little mini kind of a book that kind of introduces you to all of the various X-Men characters and kind of runs through one of their defining stories in the comics. And this was actually really good, and I really enjoyed this. I thought this was a great rundown of the characters. It really kind of kept the heart and spirit of the X-Men, which has always been a very... I know, Internet. I'm sorry to tell you, but X-Men has always been woke. It's always been about, defending the oppressed and the importance of diversity and how it is all of our strengths. That's kind of what the X-Men has always been about. I'm sorry to tell the people on the internet, but that is the X-Men. The X-Men is not is very much a progressive property, and this really gets that and tells some really nice, beautiful stories in a very quick, easy to understand manner, especially if you're a kid reading this. And there's a lot of awesome artwork as well. So I had a tremendous time with this book. And I am probably going to send this to a friend because I want to spread the X-Men love to more people. And then I read this, which is Alien, the original screenplay. This is a comic book. So this is a bit of an interesting comic book. So this comic was made at the tail end of Dark Horse's ownership of Alien. So if you don't know, back in the day, Dark Horse Comics, they did a bunch of 20th Century Fox properties as comic books. So for the ages, they had both Star Wars and they had Alien. When Disney bought Star Wars, all of a sudden Dark Horse lost one of their big properties, which was Star Wars, and Star Wars then went on to go to Marvel Comics. So they kind of rebooted Alien in a big way and started doing a lot more stuff with Alien. Then Disney bought out 20th Century Fox, and then they lost Alien as well. This one was actually pretty much, I think only 2 issues of this were released in the floppy format before the story and the property was lost to Dark Horse. So once Dark Horse lost the rights to Alien and it went to Marvel Comics, they were in the middle of a series. So they were in the middle of doing this. So this comic only exists. You can't even buy the rest of the single comics digitally. Only really exists in this kind of like hardcover format because it was one of the last little things they were allowed to release under this license. Now, this is an interesting thing. So it says like from the original screenplay of Alien. Now, they did a similar thing with Alien 3, where they did an adaptation of the original screenplay by William Gibson. The Dan O'Bannon script is certainly different, but it's not as different as, say, that Alien 3 the William Gibson draft, because this is very much still recognizably Alien, but they did some work on designing how it looks and going off of some of the ideas that were in the original script that did not get used in the final property, like there being this big old like pyramid that they investigate, and the alien has a very different appearance than it does in most Alien comics, and that is kind of cool. There's still a cat, thank goodness, and the genders are kind of swapped around because in the original screenplay by Dan O'Bannon, it was essentially said that all of these characters can be whatever gender. None of these characters require a specific gender for their roles. So that's how Ripley was originally kind of written in the script as a man, but it was basically said that any person could do the role. So that's why Ellen Ripley was played memorably by Sigourney Weaver in the film. But yeah, this was really fun. Not a whole lot different, but it was told in a different lens with some cool artwork. And of course, the alien creature looks very different than how we know it to be. So I had a good time with this. And I'm glad this comics does exist. I kind of hope this gets a reprint by Marvel eventually. I'm not sure if maybe in one of the final omnibuses they did cover this, but I don't believe so. I believe this was only still like this. So a nice little oddity. I've read it before, and I definitely will read it again because it is just a cool little comic. So that is that. And this is actually my 100th book read in 2024. So I'm going to do myself a video and record it right now. Evaluating, talking about the 100 books I've read so far in 2024. So watch that on my channel if you haven't already. Bye-bye. You cannot have that food, Lumes. I'm currently watching Ultraman Wonderful World 1 and 2, also known as Ultraman Zerth 1 and 2. So that is what I'm watching today. These are both from the 90s. So 1997 and they're both from 1997. So that's what I'm doing today. It was snowing a lot today, so I have been very so gonna watch some Ultraman to cheer myself up. Now watching Ultraman Zerth 2 with this evil looking Ultraman Zerth. Make a better door than a window, Loomis, as my dad would always say. Now on to the final film of the night, The Last Slumber Party. This is a book I read about. Well, sorry, it's a film I read about in Bleeding Skull. Let's see if the Blu-ray is as good as they proposed this movie to be. This movie is a trashterpiece. Completed other trash, but I love it. Oh. Wait, wasn't she killed like 2 seats ago? Wait, did she just fall over again? She just fell over again. That scene literally happened like 20 minutes ago. Created a monster. She does that all the time now. No matter the time of day or night. She runs on her wheel. It's okay, Moose. It's okay. Who needs sleep? No one needs sleep. Sleep is for the rested. How you doing, Claude? Hello. How are you? I think I only got like 5 hours of sleep last night, but whatevs. Whatevs. Look at the little kitty face. So yeah, we are currently like day 3 of this awful weather where it's like been blowing and snowing and just miserable for everyone. I went for a walk this morning to get some Subway, and yeah, no, it was pretty bad. It was snowy, blowy, and icy, and ugh. So my mood has been bad. The first like half of this week, like my body, because it was coming and it was coming in spurts, like I was like my body was dying, and then my body started feeling better, and now I'm just grumpy because of snow again. So now it's called snow grumps, snow grumps. But today, I'm going to pet a belly. Can I see your belly? Okay, not that belly. Maybe that's belly. So today I'm going to... No, everyone's shielding their bellies. You're shielding your bellies from me. Show me the belly. Show me the belly. Thank you. There you go. Blueberry gives me the belly content I needed. Thank you, Blueberry. Anyways, so today I'm going to be listening to a Warhammer book, which is not vintage at all, but my mood is grumpy, so I want to listen to something that is guaranteed to improve my mood. People exploding. This is the Fall of Cadia by Robert Rath. Still will get me a ton of points, because it's like it's a pretty long audiobook. It's like 20 hours, so at my speed, I think it's like only like 14. But regardless, that's still a lot of hours. So it's going to give me a lot of points anyways. So it's not a huge deal that it isn't vintage, because you don't even really have to read vintage. I have gone the entire month without reading a Warhammer book once. So, whoa, look at that. What if she just started walking around like that all the time now? Like, what if she was just, like, walking like a human? Like, hello, hi, my name was Moose from accounting. Anyways, I was setting up my SNES Mini, so what I'm going to be doing is I'm going to be rocking out to the Warhammer audiobook and playing some Super Nintendo games on my monitor. So that's what I'm doing, and I will update you in a little bit if anything interesting happens. Toodaloo. Playing the Simpsons Beat 'em Up. I was playing Tetris for a while. I was playing some TNT, Turtles in Time, but I'm a beat this game again. It's been a while since I've beat the Simpsons arcade game, so these are fun. It's all based on like season 1 stuff, so it's all very strange. It's not the same Simpsons you would recognize, but it's cool. It's cool. I like it. It's a classic beat 'em up. I can only play as Marge though because because I have this on my freaking SNES Mini because I kind of hacked it. It wasn't really. It was very easy to do. I give no. Was not a skill, but regardless, you have to like the characters you choose are dependent on what buttons you press because this was an arcade game. So I don't have 4 controls. If I switched it from here to here, I'd be able to play as Homer, but I cannot play as Lisa or Bart, who are like the other controllers there. So that is the thing that is happening today. Oh god, why am I fighting freaking donuts now? No. Aw, I like this ending screen. That's cute. It's a cute ending screen. What is next for me? Oh. There you go. We will see what I will choose next. That game sucks. That game's too hard. That game kind of sucks. That game definitely sucks. Let's try the X-Men arcade game. This one doesn't really run that well, so I probably won't play this one, but I always like booting it up. Do. Because it has like the worst localization of all time, where it's like you like run into like Magneto and he's like, "Welcome to die," and then there's like all of this like the colossal screaming is a classic, but yeah, you'll see when this starts. It takes a little while to boot this one up, but it never really works well. I always only play like a few minutes of it because it's like it was one of the more powerful arcade games back in the day because you'd have like 6 players like at the same time. So it's really kind of hard to. It doesn't emulate as well. But look at this. Look at that, so good. I literally just do it just to watch this like intro because it's so good. It's so good. Look at his muscles. So this is actually based off of the canceled television show Pride of the X-Men, and in that show, Wolverine is Australian and not Canadian. So he goes, "Oh, no, the ship off the baby." He doesn't say that line, but this arcade game is based off of that show that got like one. I think it got like one thing in it, and then it like got canceled. Like it was really not a well loved game. Show because I think I don't even know if it even like you can watch the first episode online, but I don't know if it even came out like publicly. But it's a weird one, and it's gotten a great theme song. It's like, "No place to hide, no place to run. The mutant age has now begun," and then it just goes, "Next man, next man, next to the man, next to the man." Anyways, it's great. Now I'm only gonna play like I don't know a few seconds of this because see it's. Oh, it's like it's actually not that bad. It's like a little like it's just laggy, but it's actually not that bad. Anyways, I'm gonna play this for a little bit. Oh, look at these two. Rick and Moose snuggling up with Loomis. The two demons of the household reunited in sleepy times. Very cute. So I went into my mail and I found myself an amazing package. Because somebody nefarious and evil, aka the wonderful Kitty from Spicy Cats Reads, sent me these beautiful freaking. Oh my god. These are like the best bookmarks I've ever fucking seen. Holy shit. Like, look at how good that is. Look at how amazing these are. Oh my god, Jesus wept for these. Oh my goodness. Oh my gosh. These are amazing. Oh my gosh, I love it. I love it. They're so good. Oh, look at this one. Little tentacles. So cute. Ice Planet Barbarians. Lady Orc. Yay. And the amazing... the clown one. Oh my god, Kitty, you are too nice. It was covered with, see there's one sticker there, but there's another sticker right there, and I carefully, methodically peeled it off because I wanted to save it because it's such a cool sticker. And I put it into my Buddy Reads part. So I saved it. And now it's going into the Buddy Read, and of course the Unhinged book crushes. I've not filled this out yet. I need to figure out. I definitely have some Unhinged ones, so. But I saved the beautiful sticker as well. So now it's in the Buddy Reads, which is just amazing. Yes, everyone should be subscribed to Kitty and get on that Patreon, because, oh my gosh. These are fucking amazing. Ha, I lied. I played it until I beat it. I don't think I've ever actually beat this one before. I had it back in the day when there was like they re-released it on Xbox Live Arcade when I was in like high school, but I had not played it all the way through, I don't think. And yeah, it was not as I thought this was. Oh, wait a second. Why does it say that the game is not over yet? Oh, okay. So I guess there's more, but okay, I'm gonna beat the rest of it, I guess. Yeah. No, I have definitely never got this far. But yeah, we will. I guess I'll see what this part is. But yeah, no, this is a really fun game. I played it as a Nightcrawler because I love Nightcrawler. He's such a nice little blue demon boa. He's such a nice little blue demon boa. So, anyways, um, so I did look it up. Apparently after you get the game is not over yet. It's just a sign that the game has like restarted. So you can keep playing. I mean, back in the day, you can just like rank up your high score to get like a big score or whatever. But I have like infinite continues. So like I could have just kept playing again and again and again and again on infinite items. So I am good on that front. I'm trying to think. I want to do one more game of something. I might play the freaking redonkulous Aliens arcade game. It's like a shoot 'em up, and it is wild. I beat this one. This is one I've beaten like 4 or 5 times because it's just so fun and so wild. And it's like it's supposed to be aliens, but it is so far off that track that it's like okay, this is just absolutely wild. It's cool. Anyways, I'm gonna play this and kill some aliens. And I beat the Aliens arcade game. It's fun. These old arcade games you can beat in like under an hour always. So this one is very fun because it's very wild and there's all these kinds of like weird creatures in it. And yeah, no, congratulations, me. I have survived. Back in the day, this would have cost me like $20 though in the arcade because this thing guzzles quarters like no one's business. Ah, classic, classic, classic. I'm either gonna I still got a little bit of my decaf left. I'm gonna play one more game of something and then probably go head out and do some running around. Ha! I actually ended up beating another game. Ha ha ha! I'm gonna count this one too. I was playing Kamen Rider, which is like the Super Nintendo beat 'em up game. And it was very fun. I beat it on easy, but I don't know. That's good enough for me. It's kind of a hard game, so that was the first time I've ever gotten close to beating it at all. So that was awesome. So another one to count for video games played. Doing pretty good, to be honest. um, I did make another thing of decaf, but I'm not gonna play another game. I'm just gonna passively play Tetris for a while, and then finish this coffee and then go for a walk. I am trapped by these mighty soldiers. I cannot get out. Okay, well, Loomis, you kind of ruined the joke, but it's fine. They're all just like hanging out here. And so is Nami. It's this one amazing spot of sun, soaking it in and gaining power. And then Loomis is just, I don't know, being Loomis. I'm going to be sending this to Kelsey from Slime and Slashers as a post OSA gift. But I wanted to put the puzzle together first to see if it was all there. And squishwampla, it is. It is. Here you go. I put together the data puzzle. That's so beautiful. It's so beautiful. So there you go. All the pieces are there. It is, in fact, complete. And also, what a great puzzle. That was very fun. Decided to get out my alien coloring book today, just because it's amazing. I cannot believe this exists. This is officially licensed to by Titan Books. This isn't one of those like half-assed things you see on Amazon or whatever. that's like made with AI or whatever. This is an official Titan Books release, and I colored this one because I liked it. It was like the little kid versus Jonesy versus the chestburster. I don't know. I thought it was cool. I'll probably do more of these next week. Next week is ending in the weekend of Alien Day, so I'm definitely going to be focusing a lot on Alien books. So yeah, that was that. Now I'm going to continue with my audiobook and then go to bed. Bye.
Good morning, Loomis. This is my chest that you're sleeping on. Oh. Ow. It could just be like Blueberry. Just takes a spot right beside me. But no, Loomis is like, right up, bitch.
Currently on sprints with Kelsey, and well, Christine was here, but I think she disappeared. Maybe she's in space now. She's in that big rump in the sky. I don't know. But regardless, I just finished The Fall of Cadia by Robert Rath. And that was really, really good. I was not expecting a Warhammer book to give me such a visual, emotional reaction. But that's a 5-star, baby. And did single-handedly improve my mood, because I've been in a bad mood for like 3 days straight. So that book, and of course a huge part of it is this wonderful sprint, has finally allowed me to shove off of the shackles of my bad mood. So, sometimes you can be emotionally invested in things you weren't expecting to be. So yes, I will talk to you guys later. I don't know what I'm going to read next. I kind of am doubtful. I mean, it's like 9:30 now. I don't know if there'll be any more sprints. I don't know. With Kelsey unhingedness, you can never tell. So if there's not, I'll talk to you guys tomorrow. This might actually be... Is this my first update for Saturday? Hey, whoopsie daisy. I think it is. I was not in a good mood earlier today, so... but I'm in a good mood now, so here's the update. Blah, blah, blah. Toodaloo. Okay, so this is the third time I've tried to record this update. The first time, there was a loud car. The second time, Moose attacked Wisteria. I was literally talking to Wisteria, and then she's just like, smack. And I was like, oh no. And then Wisteria ran away, and I was sure Wisteria was okay. Anyways, it is currently Sunday. And you know what they say about Sunday? Some people call it Fun Day, but not me. I mean, it wasn't bad. It wasn't bad. I know this is the first update, but it's like pretty much the end of the day. Are you okay? She was here and she just went whoop, and then she flopped over there. Little girl. Anyways, so this is near the end of the day. I didn't do a lot. I went for a pretty long walk today, and I've been listening to the audiobook for The Grave by Charles L. Grant. This is one of the books in the Ox Run Station series, which is like his little town that he sets a bunch of stories in. And it's really interesting. It's hard to say. So I liked this book quite a bit. And also one thing that I think, so this is a book from 1988. There was no issues reading it today, which is a bonus, but I guess also kind of like can be called the negative, because it doesn't push a lot of boundaries. It's like a very much a story that you could see being told today. Like there's no language in this that's used that would give anyone umbrage. The only thing really that sets this apart from being even set in modern day, if you really wanted to, would be like the fact that they're using like rotary phones and landlines and stuff like that. But for the most part, like, it is just a quiet horror story that builds up to a pretty interesting point near the end. But for large swaths of it, it's very subtle, very minimal things are happening in the horror genre and the horror atmosphere. It's a lot of this character's interpersonal relationships and how this horror is affecting it. And it's really interesting. I was like, wait, who's crying? And I was like, oh yeah. He finally went down? Okay. He asked me to put him up there like 2 hours ago, and he's been sleeping up there. Come on. Come on. Come on. Come on. Come on. Really? You're not going to do it? I'm here. Come on. Yeah. Come on. All right, 1 second. I think we'll have to pick him up to bring him down. He's like, he refuses to come down on his own. What random interruption will we receive next? Who knows? Anyways, I read The Grave by Charles L. Grant, a very short, subtle horror story that not a lot happens in it, but horror-wise, it has like a lot of interpersonal relationships, and like the ending gets pretty horror-y, and there's a lot of like reveals near the ending that are like, whoa, that's wild. But a lot of it is just this character living his life, and things subtly start happening to him that are a little bit weird and a little bit off, and people he's interacting with are just subtly off in a little ways, and there's like a overarching mystery going on because there's this guy who runs this business called, it's not a private eye business, it's like you give him he's basically like an antique hunter, where like if you are searching for something, you go to him, you pitch him like, hey, I'm looking for an old movie poster from the 1920s made by this director. I'm looking for an original poster. So he has like this investigation thing where he'll like go out and he'll find one of these this poster from like a dealer, and maybe he has to go out to New York, or he has to go Vermont, he has to go to all these places around the US to hunt these down for people. And he gets some cases that bring him into a weird story. And I don't know, I like the characters quite a bit. I thought it was really interesting and unique. I mean, like, so the main character is 33, and like the main girl he's interested in is like 24, which is fine. It's not one of those more questionable age gaps that happen in a lot of stories like this. Like, it's like, well, she's far into her 20s, so it does not, it's like that part is like is just okay. And it's just an odd story, to say the least. I'm interested to read more Oxrun Station stories, because I think there were references to other stories, because The Grave is, I believe, either book 4 or 5 in the series, and there's no continuity per se. Like, it's from my understanding, because especially here, like, you didn't need to know anything about the other stories to get this. I just think it's other horror stories that happen to take place in the same town, because like there are references to like an orchard, and I know there is one of the Oxrun Station books is called The Orchard. So yeah, if you're a person who doesn't mind a slow burn, and like, is it at least can tolerate like this observation about a small town and some of the interpersonal relationships of this guy, because it's a lot of him going on dates and trying to figure out who does he love and who doesn't he love, and like all of these more like, normal seeming things that you would deal with in your normal life. And I quite enjoyed it. I thought it was quite good, and I really do like the way Charles L. Grant writes about scenery and things of that nature. So I had a good time with it, but just, be warned, that's not for everyone. I mean, I'm a person who really likes cozy anything, and I would almost call this cozy horror in a way, where like near the end there's some like genuinely creepy scenes, and like also there's some really creepy nightmare sequences that happen, but those are kind of few and far between. And even though it's a very short book, a lot of that short running time is not devoted to horror, so to speak. So for the rest of the day, I don't know. What will I be doing? I'm either... Uh-oh. Why is everyone looking down here? What's going on down here? Is there a bug or something down here? No? Okay, anyway, sorry. Usually when they're like this, I always expect there's like a bug or something. Wait, what is this? What is this? Aha, there is a bug. It's an ant. It's a little ant. How did an ant get in here? Oh, that's not good. All right, I'm going to deal with this ant. I'll tell you if I do anything else tonight. So, for the rest of the night, I'm just going to be reading a few short stories from Shadows 4 because I'm in a Charles L. Grant mood. He was like the editor. I don't believe he has any stories in this, but I have read the one Stephen King story in this from another collection, so I'm just going to skip that one. But the other ones, I will put in. So I'm just going to actually end the vlog here and edit and post it tonight because it's supposed to rain tomorrow, and I'm probably going to be in like a bad rough state. So if I do anything else, I will just record it for the next vlog. Next vlog is going to be going up to the end of Old School April because it'll be like the final full week, and then I'm just going to keep going to the end of Old School April. So I will have one final vlog, and then I don't think I'm doing anything publicly during May, so I'll just be chilling. So you will get one more vlog, and then I'm probably going to do a month break, and then just doing some stuff on Patreon, but not publicly. So that'll be what I'm doing. But anyways, I hope you guys enjoyed this vlog, and you have a wonderful day. And Claude agrees. Old School April fever.